Which guitar should I buy? That's a question I get asked all the time. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. Today I'm going to try to help you decide which guitar you should buy. I often get asked this question with no real background information, which makes it really difficult to answer. And while I won't be able to give you a specific model of guitar, such as a Strat or a Les Paul or a Tele or whatever, because they're all different and you're all different, I will be able to give you some very useful guidelines. So stick around till the end of this video and maybe I'll manage to help you. Let's start out with budget because, well, budget is fairly important. We're not made of money, most of us. Obviously, when you're buying a guitar, the more you invest, the better the guitar will probably be. But that is not necessarily the case. You can get some great cheap stuff and you can get some really bad expensive stuff, but usually expensive is better. The main thing to focus on here is the actual feel of the guitar and all that, how it plays, not so much the pickups and all that, because you can upgrade that later. That being said, if the pickups are absolutely terrible, maybe go for something different. Now, the big thing here, the really big thing, and this is key. This will help you minimize your risk of getting a terrible guitar and maximize your chance of getting a great one. It's very simple. Try before you buy. That's what I recommend everyone who asks me the question, which guitar should I buy? Regardless of what you're getting, what type of guitar you're getting, try before you buy. If you're buying online, make sure you can send it back. Why? Because guitars are made of wood, wood can dry, they're all individuals, stuff can happen to guitars, and you might end up with something less than nice. Now, I realize most of the people asking the question, which guitar should I buy, are probably beginners or thereabouts, and they might not know what to look for when buying a guitar, when trying one out. And one thing that helps if you're going to a local music store is bring a friend along who knows something about guitars. A few things to look out for. Do the frets stick out? Does it stay in tune? What's the action like? The action is the height of the strings relative to the frets. Can you fret chords? But regardless, try before you buy. If you notice that it cuts your hands, try something different. Now, you can also go into a local music store and ask the people who work there, what's a good guitar for me, and you explain what kind of stuff you're into, and they might help you. I mean, genuinely help you. Why do I say might? It depends on the culture of the music store and how they're paid. If they're paid a commission on the amounts of gear that they sell, there's very real risk that they'll try to sell you something that lands them the most amount of money. If, on the other hand, they're paid a steady monthly wage, it really doesn't make any difference to them what kind of a guitar they sell you. Really, the culture of the music store should be that they try to sell gear that makes the customer happy, makes the customer return. But that's not always the case. So can you trust them? Well, it's a bit of a coin toss. You could ask, are you paid a commission or are you paid a steady monthly fee or some kind of combination of the two? I don't know how that will go down. They might lie. But in general, I've found that people are quite decent. And in my town, Turku in Finland, the music stores here, you walk into one, you ask them questions. They're generally good people and will give you an honest answer. One other thing you can do is watch a bunch of reviews. Now, reviews are a bit iffy at times. Look out for videos with paid promotion where the people reviewing the guitar have been sent the guitar, because they will more than likely be slightly more positive than they would be if they had bought it, even if they're being completely honest. And the bigger issue is that probably the brand that sent them the guitar has cherry-picked a good one to make sure that the review will be good. If you watch reviews where people have bought the guitar, then you'll probably get an honest answer. Plus, the guitar won't have been cherry-picked. at least if it's a smaller channel. That being said, I'm not saying that anyone is dishonest. I'm sure some people are, but I'm not accusing anyone of that. But keeping all that in mind, take any review with a pinch of salt, because it's always a subjective opinion. Try to watch many reviews of the same guitar and make up your own mind, and then you try before you buy, or make sure you can send it back. A good way to do this as well is to try to buy second-hand. Again, trying before you buy, because buying second-hand stuff, you avoid certain issues that new guitars can develop over time. So, for instance, I live in Finland, and if I buy a guitar and it comes from a humid country, a tropical country, where the weather is not very dry, when it comes here, there is a fair chance that the wood will dry out and you will get fret sprouts and other issues. With second-hand guitars, they'll probably have had all those issues already, and they'll have been fixed, or they won't develop those issues. That's not to say that they never will, but you run a much smaller risk of getting into trouble that way. Same thing applies again. Try before you buy, and look out for fret sprout and all that. In that same vein, if you're buying a new one or a B-stock item, they have a warranty, which kind of helps, which is nice. So if things don't work out, it breaks, you can send it back. If you don't like it, you can't just send it back. Thomann, I think, allows you to send it back, the guitar, in 30 days or less, for no reason other than, hey, I want to send it back. A couple of more things to check out. Is it appealing to you? Is it, I mean, if you think this looks butt ugly, don't get this. If you think this looks the absolute bee's knees, then maybe this is for you. If you're looking for a particular sound, let's say you want to sound like Steve Vai, check out what Steve Vai uses and try to get something in a similar vein. Humbuckers, Floyd Rose trem, that kind of stuff. Although, if you're a beginner, I probably wouldn't recommend a Floyd Rose trem guitar. But if you're hell-bent on doing all that whammy bar stuff that Steve Vai does, then go for it. Just know that Floyd Rose can be a bit of a hassle if you're not used to those. But there's no point in you getting a hollow body guitar or semi-hollow body guitar if you want to play 8-string kind of stuff, and vice versa. So try to get what is kind of in the ballpark, and your musical idols will be a good reference point in that. And that's really it. It's that simple. It all boils down to try before you buy, or make sure you can send it back, get help from a friend who knows something more, or your guitar teacher, or someone who knows a bit more than you if you're a beginner. Will it make everything completely risk-free? Of course not, but it will minimize the risk. If you want to check out cheap guitar alternatives that I've liked, there are 2 videos here, and I buy the gear that I review. So at least I'm honest. I might be wrong, but at least I'm honest. If you want to support the channel, please check out the links in the description. But above all, I hope you get a nice guitar, and I hope you have a nice day. Take care. See you. Bye.